Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new week. A week that begins with incredible reflection. Many of you are probably feeling as you're tuning into this, if you're still on the weekend or in the beginning of the week, you're feeling a lot of reflection, energy of curiosity. How did I get here? I wonder how I'll make these changes. You're reviewing your life. You're seeing where you've been. You're seeing what's next. You're getting curious about how you might interrupt old patterns and create something new. You can feel the energy of the new year coming in. We're coming into the very last month of this year. So we're going to hit December this week, which means we're going to feel the disruption from one month to the next. So while we'll feel the continuing energy, there'll be a theme for the week. What we'll notice is the middle of the week, we're going to feel a bit of a hiccup or a bump as we move from one month to the next. And that's just usually how each month goes. Depends on what else is happening around it. I love that this week, as we move through the transition, we're not navigating any kind of full moon or new moon energy. We're in the middle of the cycle, which gives us some space for that reflection. We don't feel so pushed into choices or decisions. We feel a little bit like we have a little bit more of our own personal power available to us, and that we have space to discover, to decide, to get curious, to reflect. So this reflective energy, it kind of spills over into the week that we're headed into. It spills over into Monday. So as we look at Monday, there's a couple of things we're going to notice right off the bat. So Monday, we're going to be feeling this reflective energy still hanging on. We're going to be feeling a lot of emotional energy, maybe feeling emotions rise up that we haven't felt in a while, and maybe missing people. So it's maybe an energy of thinking about who we don't have in our life anymore, people we miss, people who maybe have passed over to the other side, maybe people that have left our life that we're wishing we were still connected to. Can be people, can be animals. There's so many things that may be coming up in this reflection and in this emotional energy. So it's important right now to recognize that you're going to feel your energy drawn towards the things outside of you that you're missing. And the message is always move your attention inside. What do you love about you, and what do you still carry from those relationships? What was the gift you took away? What did you learn? Who did you become in that? And then also notice that a lot of what is happening is you're feeling a sense of the inspiration to belong. Maybe you're feeling like you don't belong. You wished you belonged. You're wanting to feel more connected. You're wanting to feel more integrated. Maybe you're wanting more people around you. Maybe you're just missing people in general. The energy here when we have belonging is an invitation to recognize and affirm to the body, affirm to you that you already belong. You don't want to reach out for new friends. You don't want to reach out to old friends. You don't want to make phone calls to people from the past because you're feeling that missing energy from within you, that you're feeling like you don't belong, so you're looking for a reflection of belonging. You're looking for a place you used to belong in order to get that sense of belonging. Catch yourself in that. Notice that oftentimes the nostalgia or the thinking about past relationships, past connections, is that you're really just feeling out of sync with your current life. So come back to this moment, to the now. Come back to this moment and decide to affirm to yourself, I belong. I belong. What does it mean to belong? What does it feel like to belong? What does it feel like to know that we've always belonged? We belong now. And if I belong, if I already feel that sensation of belonging, if I were to reconnect with that more deeply, then what would I do with that energy? What would I do with that belonging? Would I still want to reach out to that person? If I do, then I should reach out. But if I give myself what it is that I'm missing, if I decide to love and care and connect with myself, not needing someone outside of me for that connection, and I still want to reach out, then it's probably a good thing to amplify that. But if I give myself all of that energy and I no longer have the desire to reach out, well, that helps you understand what was happening in that desire to connect with that person. You can set an intention to connect with new people from this place of belonging, remembering that I already belong. I don't need someone else outside of me to affirm my belonging, but I would like to set an intention of meeting new people. So you may find that you're ready to take your personal story, you're ready to take your personal life story with others to a new level. Maybe you're ready for new people in your life. Maybe you're ready for new experiences. And that seems pretty on par for the nature of this week ahead. It does feel like this week is going to have you reaching out and connecting with other people. It was going to have you really getting a lot of feedback from life. So it feels like the world is reaching out to each other. The world is connecting. There's a momentum of shifting and changing that's happening. And it brings in that hustle bustle that honestly, I feel this time of year every year. But you can feel it in the dynamic of the energies. So 5 of Hearts is the energy for Monday with a 9. So that's where that reflective energy is coming in. The 5 represents the choosing, the decision to choose higher experiences, and the Hearts is all about the wisdom stream of self-reflection, love, community, and connection. So we're setting forward a momentum of connection for this week that even though we change streams of consciousness, even though we change suits the latter half of the week, we're going to be feeling the first part of the week seep into these other energies. So community is going to be a pretty big theme all week. Community, connections, family, those you love, those you have affinity towards, all of that's going to be very top of mind for you. The energy of that 9 for this amazing Monday is here's what is, here's what's already passed, and what do you want to do about it for the future? So it's really inspiring decision, but it doesn't feel like a lot of pressure to do so. It's more about how you want to feel about it, making a decision to feel a particular way, to feel better about these situations, so you don't get caught up in feeling depressed or in rehashing old grief that you've already moved through. So it's an invitation to notice your emotional state Monday. Tuesday, as we walk into Tuesday, one of the energies that stands out the most here is this sense of what I have faith in. It feels like there's a bit of a stirring up of fear. Now, as I look at the chart, I'm right now, as I plan these weeks out, as I look at the energies, I'm looking at the numbers. So I do a chart every day. So I do a chart, I look at all the numbers that are present, and then I look at what the contract is for the day and what the ruling energy is for the day. So Tuesday is a 4 of Hearts. 4 of Hearts is the energy of 4, community, stability, trust, what do I know for sure? What am I committed to? Those types of energies show up with the 4. The energy of what am I building here? What am I creating? And of course, this is with the stream of consciousness of the Hearts, which is what am I building in community? What am I building that's a reflection of me personally? How am I experiencing myself with others? So there's a commitment to experiencing myself with other people. The 1 energy is the ruling energy of the day. So that 1 energy is showing up and saying, okay, let's take this to a new level of experience. Let's begin again. Let's reconnect. Let's reconnect with what it is that I want to experience in my life with the people around me. What do I want? Who do I want to spend time with? It feels like a bit of an evaluation. And I say that because as I look at the chart, I have a lot of numbers on one side and 1 number over in the top corner of the birth chart for the day. I look at it and I can see this pull towards, can I bring this to a new higher state? Can I experience something beyond what I've had? Which means I'm probably going to have to take a look at what's happening in my life and decide what I have faith in. It feels like an invitation to have faith in myself and have faith that there's a better situation out there. And then I can go ahead and maybe let go of some of the connections that I had and commit to having these higher relationships. So it doesn't feel like we're committing to what is here. It looks like we're committing to what could be by deciding to have greater faith and reverence in who you are, seeing yourself in a new way. And we often need that. We often need to walk through the fears that we'll be alone, that people won't appreciate us, that they won't like us, that they won't meet us there, that other people won't commit at that same level. We often need to walk through those fears in order to discover a greater sense of faith in who we are, a greater sense of faith in the divine, and to discover that we really are ready for something better than what we've experienced in the past. Sometimes we don't believe, even though we've wanted to have a better experience, we don't believe we are going to have it or that we're worthy of it. And a lot of that's because we're looking at the world around us and we're not making changes that we've been inspired to make. So it feels like there's sort of this adjustment energy. But again, it feels like it's the adjustment of having faith that things will be better, things will change, that you can attract new people, new experiences. It doesn't feel like you necessarily make any edits today to your story. On the outside, you're making those within. So Tuesday, again, I feel the intensity of emotion as we come to the close of November. It feels like this intense reflection from Monday, the willingness to belong, then becomes faith in who I am, and the fears of whatever may be coming up as you close out the month that maybe you didn't make the changes you thought you'd make. It's coming to the close of the year and things don't look the way that you thought they would look. So you're feeling some of those energies. And so notice and decide, choose to have faith in you. Hopefully on Monday you chose to feel the feelings of belonging. Today I would invite you to feel the feelings of faith. I have faith in me. I have faith in a higher power. I have faith that this is going to keep getting better. So Wednesday is probably my favorite day of the week, at least coming into it. So as I look at it here at the beginning of the week, I feel like Wednesday is going to be one of those power days. It's going to be one of those days where you feel like, okay, I think I know where I'm headed. I think I'm getting a sense of clarity. Now, it's interesting because I don't normally feel this type of clarity on a Three of Hearts day. Wednesday is a Three of Hearts, which means we've got an amplification of things. And we've got an amplification of self and emotion and community and people. And so I tend to experience a lot of really heavy or expansive emotions. So for me to feel this feeling of clarity coming in, I think that's coming from the ruling energy of 2 and the close of the month. So there's this feeling of, okay, we're sort of wrapping up the emotional energy and we're getting ready for a new stream of consciousness. And I think maybe these things are coming in and disrupting the intensity of this emotion, but inviting in, because of the structure of the numbers, all the numbers that make up today's energy, there's this influence of, I feel like I have a pretty good idea where I want to go. Now, you might still feel emotional things coming in to disrupt what's going on. You might feel some really strong emotions, but I'm hoping that those emotions, for most people, at least I'm feeling that there's going to be a pretty strong pull towards feeling a strong sense of trust in yourself. There's sort of this like, I'm a badass energy. I can feel the belonging and the faith from earlier in the week. I can feel where these emotions have taken me. The reflections have shown me aspects of myself, and I'm ready to go get it. I'm ready to get my life, what is for me. So it does feel like there's this strong energy that's happening that's helping you land into a reflection of yourself that you feel good about and that you want to take action on. And so the 2 energy, the ruling energy of 2, and as we close out this month, is really wanting you to see you. It's a decisive energy. So the 2 is often about connecting, about decision, about knowing where you're headed next. So it's sort of like leaving one path, going to the next. So the clarity feels like comes from the decisions you've been making. It feels like there's this inner awareness of the decision. And it feels like you're making decisions all day long. You're actually feeling the two not as a disruptor that you need to make a choice, which we sometimes feel. This feels like it's just amplifying a decision you make. So that Three of Hearts is amplifying a decision you've made about yourself, how you feel about you. And it feels like you're ready to write a new story, that you're imagining what's possible for you. So again, I think this is going to be a really fun day. I'm looking forward to this energy. And, Wednesday's the day that I in my Facebook community, the Sanctuary, I do a guided quantum expansion experience. So I'm tapping into the energy, and I tap into the energy of the day in that space and really activate energies that support us. So I'm really looking forward to that. If you're not in the Sanctuary, I'm going to invite you to take a look in the bio or the show notes and grab a link to the Sanctuary and pop on in and join us for that. It's a great way to amplify this energy. Trust is it. It's trusting the decision you made and letting it be amplified, letting it grow, letting it expand. So Wednesday's really powerful. It really feels like it doesn't begin and end. It feels like Wednesday starts and it sort of amps up all day long, and then it makes a big transition towards the afternoon as you start to feel Thursday's energy coming in. Thursday, we're going to make that pivot into a new month, into December. We've got a whole new energy coming in, and so that's going to be creating, I think, some relief for many people, because the dynamic of that month is going to be very different than what we've experienced for November. November has been all about momentum, speed. It's been about catching up, feeling like whatever you felt behind on, moving forward with, and then settling into reflection of like, well, what is it that I really want to do? What do I want to carry with me moving forward? So the 8 often gets us ready for what we're going to leave behind. And so as we move into the next month, as we move into Thursday, we'll be in December. That December energy is a 9. So we will be clearing things out, but we'll be doing it in a way that feels really good and empowering, I think, for many people. Here we are in Thursday. Thursday, brand new month, brand new stream of consciousness. And it really feels like we wake up going, I have nothing left to lose. I have nothing else to rely on. It's me. Let's get this thing going. I'm ready for the new year. I'm ready for a new experience. It does feel like we come out of the gate in December with a push to get some things done, completed. Maybe you've got a couple of weeks, depending on how you celebrate the holidays this time of year. There may be a push to get some things done for the next couple of weeks, or at least the next week before that full moon and before you move into holiday time. And so right out of the gate, we have this brand new month that is going to bring in the sensation of clearing things up, taking things to the next highest, not bringing anything with you that you don't want. You're going to be feeling the 9 energy as the collective energy of the month in a big way. So that 9 says, no more. I've had enough. I'm done. Why wait any longer? Today's the day we leap. Let's make the shifts now. Don't wait till January. Let's shift it today. So you feel the shift into December. You feel the shift into the 9. You feel the shift into this 4 of Diamonds energy, the stream of consciousness of the material world. You feel the material, the world of matter, the world of what looks like it's solid and structured. All of that's going to be getting your attention, and you're going to be noticing feedback. So when we come in, we've got a couple of days of this diamond influence. So that the wisdom that comes through in the diamonds, we've got a small little pocket of it, because most of this month really is moving us into deeper reflection and preparation for the new year. It's going to create all kinds of conditions for release, and probably pretty quickly. I'm going to say that most of the release energy is there's going to be some things that happen very physically, very fast in the first 4 days of the month. Now, usually we experience this. We experience the material conditions in the first 4 days, because those 4 days are influenced by the stream of consciousness of the diamonds. What's different about this year is we're also influenced by the ruling energy of the 9. So that ruling energy of the 9 is coming in and saying, well, let's make a clean sweep and get some of these things out of the way so that you can think up your new journey, so that you can be really clear about this story that you started telling yourself just a couple of days ago. So as that story was coming in, maybe yesterday you started to really feel the story. Well, Thursday says, have the courage to follow through. Have the courage to clear the way, to make room. Law of vacuum this one. So courage is the energy that's really being called for. Do you have the courage to lean into the faith, the trust, the belonging, the love, all of the energy that you've been building and developing even stronger this week? It's amazing what we can get done in a single week, right? When I really think about where we've been so far, think about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I feel like I matter, like I belong. I feel more faith and trust in myself. I have a new vision or a bigger version of the vision I already had. And today I'm going to seize the courage to express that in a new way. I always feel like I get to Friday and I want to dance. Be like, Friday, right? Like I can feel it. I feel the energy of we've moved through all of these days. We've made it to Friday. And Friday has its own special magic. Now, I know not everybody feels that way. It depends on how your week is, what you do for a living, whether you have kids or school or different things happening in your life. But there is something collectively that happens on that Friday. And I think this Friday is going to be one of those days where you are relieved, maybe not so much celebrating. It feels like on Friday, while I'm excited and I can feel the energy of the week closing, I also sort of feel this intensity of being in my own body and feeling the tension of the body rising up. It feels like body conditions. We've been in this heart stream of consciousness. There's been a shift into the physical. It's a pretty abrupt shift because it brings us to the lower numbers in the consciousness of the diamonds. So you have the suit of the diamonds. The suit of the diamonds is all about the physical world being the mind body, this body suit you find yourself in, the environment. Can be any of those things. And then we've got the energy of the 3, which is often connected to multiple ideas, multiple thoughts, multiple pathways, lots going on. It can feel the amplification of creation, but it can feel overwhelming. So as we can tap into the energy of creation, everyone has access to tapping into creation. But what the feeling of this day for me is, the 3 is really inviting that amplification by helping us to create better conditions in the body, to become a vessel or a channel for higher experience. And so in doing so, sometimes the body needs to be addressed. It needs to be looked at, paid attention to. And so you might be feeling something in the body. You might also be feeling some very physical things in your life, whether it's in the body, feeling just sort of some general discomfort in the body. Maybe you're not feeling well. Maybe you're navigating your own inner thoughts about the body. Maybe you're in judgment, ridicule. Maybe you're overly examining your body experience, or you may be doing that with the physical world. Either way, I think it's really important to cultivate a sense of course, care and compassion, but allow yourself to be okay with what is, to be comfortable, to make conditions comfortable, to not push yourself today. So if you're feeling like you're pushing hard, that you've been going, and you're sort of just feeling a general sense of being tired or overworked or whatever it is, give yourself the space to be comfortable, to be at ease, to let things unfold a little bit more slowly. The 3 of Diamonds energy can cause us to sometimes feel like we have to get some things done. We need to be in a rush. This might be the best day to just take some extra space, spend time with people that you love, really celebrate being alive, celebrate the physical world, celebrate what you're doing in the physical world, create create conditions that allow you to experience something maybe a little bit different than what you've been experiencing throughout the week. Mix things up. I know for me and our family, we're going to be together on Friday night. We're going to be going to a show, and I'm excited about it. It gives us an opportunity to sort of divert our attention from the things that we've been doing and bring our attention to the holidays. And so this is a good energy for that, for shifting focus, for doing something that takes you out of the pressure or the tension of getting something done, especially in the energy of this shift in consciousness into the diamonds. The material world wants to be something you play with. It doesn't want to be something you're anxious around. So oftentimes when our conditions feel uncomfortable here in the body, we tend to, pour over that anxiousness into other areas of our life. So Friday, enjoy being in your story, enjoy being in the body, make space for your body to rest, to play, to be at ease. Let yourself experience release any pressure to get anything done. Enjoy the Friday, enjoy the weekend energy. As the week winds down and we reflect on the energies that are here, and we reflect on the cards, we reflect on the day energies that we're going to be influenced by, I also want to acknowledge that as we move through the week, you're going to be changed by the experience you have. You're going to see things differently based on how you responded to the week. So if you've been moving through this energy, which I'm imagining if you're listening to this forecast, you're going to be paying attention to how you feel all week, and you're going to be choosing to experience the highest potentials, the highest possible results. You're going to be directing your focus to higher thinking, higher feeling, and as a result, having a better physical experience, whether that's in the body or in the world. You're going to have more compassion, more peace, more grace with yourself. I hope. I hope that is how you move through the week. I hope that's how we all move through the week. We may experience a few little bumps in the road on Saturday, and here's why I say that. We're going to be experiencing the Two of Diamonds. The Two of Diamonds, the consciousness of the material, and it is the energy of the two, which is saying you're going to get a reflection in the material world of who you are, how you're doing, what's going on. The material world is going to be bringing you things, and it feels incredibly amped up. So the third feels like the energy of what's possible. It feels like the universe is just bringing you things, one thing and then another thing and another thing and another thing. Saturday feels really busy. It feels like it flies by. It feels like you are moving. Remember to take time to breathe, to eat, to make sure you have plenty of water, those kinds of things. I feel like it's like pack snacks in your bag because you're going to be moving so fast and there's going to be a lot of things. And it feels like maybe there's some shifting and changing energy. You're going to need to make quick decisions is what it feels like. It feels like one of those days where you need to pivot. You think you're doing this and then something else happens. Something rises up. Somebody phones you or texts you, or you get some information. Oh, can you go do this? And can you pick me up over here? And so you're sort of changing gears. And so staying clear and decisive with what it is that you know that you want, know that you need done that day. Make sure you still own the day and you don't get caught up into everybody else's energy. It's got intense momentum. It's going to be speedy. There's a lot of speed on Saturday. So momentum, speed, a lot of activity. You're going to be going. The world is going to be going. There's going to be a lot happening. And yet there's this underlying current of make a plan, stick to what's most important. Well, some things are going to pivot. Stay with what you know is important for you. Be clear about your direction. Be clear if there's something important you need to get done. Make sure you stay focused on it and you don't lose it in all of the energy. It also feels like for a lot of you, there's going to be an experience or two that causes you to become aware of something that you hadn't seen before. It's going to give you a burst of insight or inspiration that you're going to want to take action on. So while there might be some speed and busyness and things going on, there also is this sense of, oh man, now I know what to do with that project. Now I know what to do with that thing. And so you find yourself wanting to jot down some notes or to take action on it. I highly recommend taking some action, giving yourself some space for that, and really leveraging that energy so that you don't lose it. It feels like what comes through on Saturday, it might come through so quickly and there's a lot of energy that you could lose it if you don't write it down. Now, I'm not one to worry too much. If you lose it, it will come back around, but it might feel good to anchor that in and really allow yourself to say yes to that so that it's something that can grow, that it can be a seed that grows into the next couple of days so that you can take action on it. So you don't have to wait for it to come back around. It will come back around, but you also don't have to wait for it to come back around. You can take action and move forward with it a lot faster than that. And so if you want to leverage that energy, just know things are moving fast. Take notes, take some action, and most of all, enjoy your Saturday. As we come to the close of the week here on Sunday, Sunday brings with us the energy of the Ace of Diamonds, stream of consciousness, material world. Stream of impact from the number, the one, the ace, is between worlds, between two spaces, bringing things from one place into another, bringing the unseen into the seen, bringing ideas into the physical world. Physical action, physical experiences, new ideas, experiencing new things with others. There's an energy of thriving, of abundance, of expansion, of growth. There's celebrating, there's new people, right? New energies, new people and ideas and experiences coming in. It feels very much like you are connected to community, or you're thinking about community on Sunday. You're thinking about the people that you love and you're wanting to have experiences with them. It does feel like you're having experiences. So I don't know if it's too early for holiday gatherings or what you're doing, but it does feel like you're with people or you're making a plan to be with people. So great day for it. It's nice when this energy happens on times when I think most people have the time, freedom to do that. They have the days off where you can go explore and be with people. But it feels like in this, there's going to be a celebratory. It feels like an expansion of your sense of giving, gifting, receiving, giving and receiving. The energy of people wanting to gift to you early. This receiving gifts that aren't necessarily traditional, like wrapped up with a bow, but where you're receiving because people want to complete things before the holidays. You're getting emails and messages of people saying, hey, I want to hire you, or hey, I want to do this project with you, or hey, what about this? Do you want to come travel with us and do this thing? So it feels like it could be very invitational. You might be receiving an invitation. I actually get, for some of you, I actually get an image of a letter. That could be an email or something coming in the mail, but it feels like for a lot of people, communication is a big part of this. And so it's sort of bridging the worlds between what's happening here with the material and the knowledge or information that's trying to get into the material right now. So some piece of information is trying to get to you. That's what it feels like in this energy. The between worlds feels like I've got information that's trying to work its way into the physical world in order to help me with my next steps. So I think for a lot of you, there's going to be a direct message of some kind. Yeah, it'll be fun. Let me know how that goes. Let me know if something comes in. If you remember, sometimes we hear these things and we're like, oh, where did I hear that? So if you remember, post in the comments. I would love to hear. I'll definitely let you know because I can feel it. I can feel it maybe for myself, but I also can feel it for others. I feel like there's sort of this collective exchange of information and ideas that are moving into physical form. So a physical conversation, but really a physically written down. Again, I think everything is going to be about that, and you're going to feel the strength and stability of those people around you. You're going to feel lots of love, affirmation, a lot of connection, being with people. I get this sense of thriving. In fact, I was as I was starting to feel this energy, I was thinking about moving the frequency through my body of that day, really feeling what's the overall frequency I feel. And the overall frequency I feel from the week, like really the week has brought us belonging and faith and trust and courage, a sense of wholeness, like a restructuring in the body, decisiveness. And then here we are on Sunday, and I'm feeling thriving. I feel like all of these energies are working with you right now, and there's this overall sense of thriving. And if you're not feeling that, you can bring that in. You could do a guided meditation. You could do, use Q. You could just sit quietly and contemplate what thriving would feel like if it was filling the body, and allow yourself to tap into that and see if it doesn't align you with sort of the flow of the day. I think every day has its own flow, its own feeling where you're right on path. I think this Ace of Diamonds, December 4th, is all about the flow and movement of what it is to thrive on this planet. So there is a definite feel of that right now. What a beautiful first week in December. What a beautiful landing into this new energy. I think we'll definitely be feeling for the next week more of that 9. I think we felt some of that 9 more in the beginning of the week than we did at the end of the week. Although it'll be interesting to see, as we actually go through it, what's happening. But I think the overall point of this week has been to align us with our allies, with our support, with our friends, with those connections, to remind us that we are not alone. We started off with belonging, ended with community. It just feels like everything in between has been, you are surrounded by so much love, so much community, so much connection. And are you aware of it? Do you see it? Have you noticed that this week? Have you let it in? And how beautiful as we get ready to shift into a brand new energy for the next week, and a brand new stream of consciousness, right? So we've had quite a bit of change. We've gone from hearts to diamonds, and then next week we'll have a whole nother experience. Can't wait to see you then. Bye for now.